take two and shit. Take two. See if I can do it again. Maybe because God didn't want me to talk about it. Might have been the reason why. He said, no, don't talk about that bitch. He right. Don't talk about it. Because all I'm doing is giving this bitch some attention. And I don't want to give her none. I'm not trying to get into that. All right, we back. Real talk. That was God's way of telling me no. But I'm still back at the range though, y'all. Reset, take two. I want to know who that person was that was talking about truth. And I want to know who that person is. I want to know that name. Because nobody is going to play on somebody's sympathy when it comes down to death. Nobody. Nobody does that. Nobody uses a tragedy to gain bucks. Only a evil-minded, crooked-minded person thinks like that. So you want somebody to sit around and ride for you, is what you are alluding to, right? That somebody's going to cry for money. That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. Like, what kind of person do you think, the only people with evil, warped ass minds think that way? Come on, bitch. Thinks that way. Like, for real. Nobody thinks like that. Warped ass people, warped minds and shit. Wanted to get sympathy bucks. That's what you asking. That's y'all. I swear I had to say something about it. I couldn't because I was driving. But y'all, what the fuck is that? Like, really, we back. Like, you going on and on and on. You get mad about everything. This person is sick. They sick. Then you go and do a whole live about it. Everybody's trying to get the fuck out of here. I don't know nobody, even the crazy motherfucker, even the wildest hungry, money hungry bitch in the world. Nobody does shit like that. Nobody thinks of stuff like that. Unless you a crooked ass minded person. And then why are you so invested in what tragedies happening in somebody else's life? What business is it of yours? And I guess because you got the freedom of speech, some shit you just need to shut the fuck up on. Like, bitch, shut up. And then talk about money. She got that money. Money. Get the fuck out of here. Worried about a few fucking hundreds of dollars. You done press the bitch, send me 20K. Fuck out of here. Little 5s and 10s, they add up. Very much appreciated, right? But bitch, you act like somebody getting 5 G's a fucking live. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I don't understand. Hey, what's up? Can't handle the truth, y'all. I can't really see the chat. I'm just driving. Now get the fuck out of here, man. That don't make no damn sense. I'm listening to that. I'm like, who is that? What dog is that barking? And then you want to sit up there and somebody got to make that shit make sense. I don't get it. Maybe because I'm not that invested in people's shit. You know, I got too many things I got to deal with on my own. I ain't got time to be thinking about nobody else's shit. And I sure ain't got time to be counting another bitch's money. To me, that's weak as fuck. If I count somebody's money, it's gonna be the money in a man's pocket that I'm trying to get into my purse. That's the only time I'm counting some goddamn money. How you gonna count money on another split tail? You got a punani just like me. I'm gonna count your money for. That money ain't coming my way, and I ain't worried about it. What's for me is for me. You act like people act like you putting a gun to a person's head and make them cash happy. So get the fuck out of here. We living in hard times, and people want to be generous and want to donate to your cause, or want to do something to say, well, go get you a nice bottle of wine or whatever. They should be allowed to do that without no criticism. But we know we living in a world of a bunch of evil, greedy motherfuckers. So all they thinking about is, oh, this bitch got a cash app. Oh, this bitch got a, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Grow the fuck up. These are some most immature ass motherfuckers, and you grown. You grown. You a grown whole ass adult. And you sitting up here worried about what another punani is getting? You not a woman. You's a spawn. You're a spawn. Nobody birthed you. They just spawned your ass. That's it. And they threw you out in the field and let you eat motherfucking wood like a chipmunk or a woodpecker or whatever the hell you is trying to be. But I ain't never heard the most dumbest shit. That's so fucking stupid. Now you're showing your hand now. You're showing your hand. We see it. We seen you show your hand. Hold on. You got haters in the cut, so you gotta do stupid shit. I'm sick of trying to fucking dodge these stupid bitches. Oh, Lord. My stomach is fucked up. Yeah, that was the craziest shit. I was listening to that shit on my way home. I said, who the fuck is that? I'd sure like to know who that is and be like, damn, you really count somebody else's. You might as well count the hairs on her punani. That's how close, yeah. You might as well count the hairs on the motherfucking punani, bitch. Cause I ain't serious, man. Oh. Yeah, it won't. I was listening to that and I was like, what kind of shit is that? Really are. I make it through the day. God is with me because my stomach is killing me. I couldn't believe that person was on there talking like that. I was like, who? I mean, she was going on and on and on. I was like, bitch, is you stupid? I guess it'll never make sense to me. I just guess it'll never make sense to me because I can't worry about what somebody else got. I really can't worry about what somebody else got. I can't worry about it. It's not going to get me nowhere. 11 people in the chat and 5 thumbs up. Come on now. It ain't that many people in here. You think I don't know you in here hating? 12 and 5. That don't match. Whew. trying to get myself together. I just didn't understand that she was just going on and on and on, talking about sympathy bucks. Well, somebody's counting somebody's shit. The first thing they want to say is that something wrong. This bitch is over here talking about, yeah, Sugar Delight's got kicked out because she didn't pay no rent. You're a dumb bitch. Because when I drop the T in the 411, it's going to blow your ass out the goddamn water. And then you're going to feel like a fucking fool. Some people push their little buttons, they push their shit too far. And then they think it's supposed to fly. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, this is going to fly. How the fuck would you know anything about it unless you making calls? Motherfuckers that show their hand, y'all, they telling they so. But this is what I found out. I'm finding out that the only perk, one of the perks of being monetized is that you get to somebody fast. And somebody got to correct me if I'm wrong. But they give you this is something that they didn't have before, that they have now when you're monetized. You get directly to the person that could be responsible for taking some illegitimate shit that they got on their post. You can get that shit taken down faster. I might be wrong about it. I need to contact the Truth 5 to make sure that I'm right. But there's a chat thing that you can go to, and you can go right in and strike. You go right in there, and they respond to you quick too. It don't take long. So I was like, damn, is this the way? Well, hold on then. If this is what I got to do, when a bitch put up a derogatory post about me, then all I could do is go right into that chat thing and report it immediately, and then it gets taken down quick. I was wondering how the True 5 got that shit taken down that bitch put up that time. Remember, y'all? They put the picture of Tony, the baby girl, my son, all that shit up there, right? Right? A motherfucker don't have a clue. Y'all hear me? They don't have a clue of what you go through when you lose a child. They don't know. It don't matter if they was 2 days old, 2 hours old, 22 years old, 35 years old. When you lose a child, there is a break. You lose a part of yourself. And Truth can identify with what I'm saying because I know she know what I'm talking about. When the order of life is wait a minute, hold on, bitch. Once you lose a child, there's a break. If y'all haven't watched the movie Straw, watch that movie. In the movie, Taraji P has a psychotic break between reality, grief, and delusional. Yep. You know what I'm talking about, Leah. It's the natural order of life is that the parent's supposed to go before the child. But when the child goes before the parent, there is a break. A part of yourself is gone, and you'll never receive it back. You'll never get it back. Nothing will ever be the same. Everything is different. All you're doing is dealing. It don't get easier. You just learn how to deal with the loss. So when people start talking about people using the death of a loved one to gain monetary rewards for it, to me, it's outlandish that you haven't lost anything. Because if you lost one, you would already know that can't even possibly cover up, smooth, make it feel better. None of that helps. You can have billions of dollars. Nothing takes away a pain of losing a child. Jesus help us. And when people come out and they try to murk it up Ooh, praise God. And murk it up and muddy it up and dirty it up and act like it's some kind of other thing. You know what I mean? Outside of the fact that you lost and they'll never get it back. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I hate to hear stuff like that. It don't matter who it is. But I hate to hear shit like that. When people come on here, hold on now. When you come on here and you use YouTube as your outlet, the support you get from people is very important. And sometimes you got to talk to somebody that's not in your direct, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't living next door, you ain't in the same city. I can talk to people with like minds and discuss how I feel about my loss. But there ain't no amount of money. There ain't no amount of trips. There ain't no amount of nothing that brings back that motherfucking break. That break, that loss. When you lose a child, a part of you dies too. Damn it. I know. I'm sitting here with tears in my eyes right now. People have no idea what you have to go through processing it. I heard Truth say something about right around death days and birthdays and stuff like that. The feeling will come over you. It does. It is a trigger. It gets come over you. Like June 7th was my son's birthday. Sometimes I can be all right. And then there's sometimes when I'm not all right. Some years I'm good. Some years I'm not. But there's not one single solitary year that I don't think about what happened on June 7th. I think we got some ignorant ass people out here. And it's double, right? It's double because they don't know. And then they're talking about a feeling that they don't even know about. And then they're going to judge you on how you should grieve, what you should say, what you should do, the ulterior motive, all these things. And it's all fucked up and negative. But don't nothing take away that fucking break. That break does not heal. All right? That crack in your heart does not heal. You just learn how to deal with it. It don't get easier. The fuck? It does not get easier. You just learn how to deal with it. I got violence 3 years ago and still going through it. Sister's still not the same since losing her baby, period. I touch and agree. My niece got shot up at the age of 23. My sister is not the same. To push it out, a smell, a song, bring it all back. Yep. It bring it all back. I remember the hour, the minute, the second. I remember it. I remember when I felt like somebody snatched my heart out of my chest and threw it across the street and ran over with a Mack truck. But I was so numb. And I was just going, I'm going to go through it. It's going to be all right. I'm going to go through it. It's going to be all right. And it did really, the grief was there, but I didn't recognize it until like maybe 3 years later. You just go through the motions. Subconsciously, I'm saying. You going through the motions. You're numb. Look, my sister so jacked up, she never got psychiatric help. She never got grief counseling. If she did, she didn't do it right. Because she wound up having 2 strokes and now is on dialysis. She even tried to cover up the death date by getting married to the father on the same day, but that didn't cover it. You can't wash it away. You can't rub it away. You can't spend it away. Okay? That motherfucker ain't going nowhere. Or hard on you? Look. I can't even begin to explain. I lost 10 people, not 10, 5 people in 2010. My best friend, my father, my niece, my aunt. 4 people. All in 2010, I lost 4 people. My aunt was the beginning of 2010. My girlfriend, Sonny, was right around March. My niece, yep, she came in July, June. My son, all of that, man. Shout out to Truth Hurst for being strong and handling this shit, because I don't think I'd be able to do it. Oh, yeah. I'm strong. You strong. You stronger than you think you are. You know what I mean? You be stronger than you think you are, because you think sometimes you be thinking you so weak that you ain't even gonna be able to live through another second. The hurt be so hard and so painful that you don't feel like you're gonna get through another second. Have you ever heard of anybody being that broke up that they don't feel like they're gonna live through another second? But we get through the seconds, y'all. We get through the minutes. We get through the days. We get through the months, the weeks, the years. We get through all of that shit just to turn around and hear some psychotic ass, fucking snap bird ass, brain ass motherfucker gonna tell you about how you are feeling about your grief. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Until you have lost and lived through it, shut the fuck up. Oh, Jesus. I lost a 16-year-old brother on July 22nd, who I raised because my mom passed very early in life, and it broke and still hurt deeply every day. Lady Marie, you understand. Only people that have been through devastating shit like that. Oh, Jesus. Well, his birthday is May 22nd. My husband's birthday is July. You see what I'm saying? Unless you have gotten through the seconds, the days, the weeks, the months, and the years, you can't talk about it. You can't speak to it. You have no idea what the fuck that shit is. Well, some days your head and your heart is so fucking heavy that you don't want to even move. Whew. Good morning, Lynn. Make this word that sugar brings forth this morning will touch everyone this morning and give somebody the perfect rest in the name of Jesus Christ. Jesus the Christ. Amen and amen again. It hurt my heart to have to listen to truth. Fight for that. And still try to hold it up. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all, you, oh Lord, have helped me and comforted me. Psalms 86:17. I said I wasn't going to be upset about it. Y'all, that kind of fucked me up a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't think people realize the shit they say out their mouth. I think that they say they can't do anything about it to try to slap you back. And because they can't hurt you because you've already endured the most devastating hurt, and then they think they can't touch you. And see, their thing is to bring the bullshit to you. Right? That's what I seen. That's what I heard. I don't know who this person is. I wouldn't care to even fuck with them. And it don't matter if you don't like that person. You cannot auto-tune. You can't auto-tune that hurt. You can't auto-tune it. I listened to this girl say, I get sleep. I sleep like a baby. My mom is dying and I slept like a baby. Listen, my mom get on my damn nerves, but I love her. They have done the most devastating shit to me. I love my sisters. I love my mother. I love them all. But I know I got a long handle spoon because if I don't, they will hurt me. And so I got to protect myself. Now, so when you got to deal with shit like that, where you got to separate some of your DNA people away from your people that's non-DNA, and then you get a strange motherfucker coming in trying to motherfucker tell your story and they don't have a clue. They don't give a damn. Capri, they do not give a damn. I just listened to that and it was just like, what you mad for? You don't want nobody to feel no type of way? Well, sorry. Truth in her own right got to deal with her shit. You understand what I'm saying? I can't even look at that man's picture without crying. And I ain't never even shook the man's hand. I can't even look at a picture of him without crying. So imagine how she feel. Because if I feel that way, then that shit got to be magnified times 1,000 for her. I know the pain and hurt, yes. But when your hate reaches, when the hate goes up so high that you using anything, any reason, any rhyme, anything to try to dagger somebody's heart, okay? You try to do anything, most outlandish thing, say the most dumbest shit. You don't even know how the fuck you sound. And then you say the shit in the public open forum and everybody's supposed to be on bated breath, listen to you hate on somebody for having a devastating, catastrophic thing happen in their life. And that make you big old, right? Oh, you strutting around with that like a fucking peacock with feathers. You strutting. Yeah, I told that bitch. Yeah. You come on, man. Wake up. Wake the fuck up. Grow the fuck up before some shit happen to you. It's gonna fuck you up. And then you gonna understand what the fuck somebody went through when they lose somebody. So help me, Jesus. What happened to human kindness and empathy? Yes. Listen, man, y'all. I was on Bigo and I remember that. The story came to me and I jumped the fuck up off of Bigo and came right on YouTube immediately. I remember all the bullshit what they was doing around that time, trying to put me in the rift between me and Truth. I remember that. I also remember when they leaked the shit and before she even got a chance to tell her people about it, they was already talking about it. And then you get motherfuckers that be going through. I mean, I heard this bitch mentioning Dookie. Like, what the fuck is you mentioning this bitch for when she was one of the culprits for having this shit being all fucked up on the motherfucking tube anyway? So you linked up with all of these wayward ass souls. It was messed up, Leah. I ain't never seen, heard nothing like that before in my life. I was so motherfucking mad. And then they started the riff. Planting shit. You understand what I'm saying? Doing fuck shit the whole time. She got through that. But you don't want to give her the propers that's due. So instead of giving her propers for doing what she needed to do to get through that, he then puts out a video. A little short. And I think the song was like, I just want you to hold me one more time. If that don't go to the heart and soul of a person, you are a brick. You are stone. You have no feeling. That took me somewhere. And I was like, damn. Did I come back on the live and I hear this girl saying these things? Oh my, man. You know what? It'll never end. I'm pretty much convinced at this point that it'll never end. I used to think that evil would go away once you fight it. But no, evil just gets stronger. Evil just gets stronger. You can address it. You can not address it. You can ignore it. You can not ignore it. Either way, the evil just gets stronger. It just don't even matter. Truth hurts, expose them. Keep fighting that battle, because I know it's a battle. Trust me. I thought that I was the only one that went through a bunch of bullshit on this motherfucker. Sometimes it just don't be worth it, y'all. Sometimes it just don't be worth the squeeze, but you got to stay steadfast and believing in your channel, because if you don't, then it'll go awry. And trust me, I have walked away from 3-4 times. And this time coming back, losing the job, the crib, all of that shit, and then have somebody talk about the death. Now, I would be more respectful if a motherfucker just stepped to my email or step to me or say some shit or whatever. The shit that gets me is the cowardness of it. Because you're going to go behind the screen and talk that shit. But if you was in my face, you wouldn't be saying none of it. If you was in my face, none of that stuff you said would have came out your mouth. Because the fear would have been instilled in you that you about to get your jaw busted. So they're going to talk. Right? They're going to try to piss on your grave. Try to throw dirt on your name. But I done been thrown in the storm. So now I get hot when it rains. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? You going to piss on my grave, throw dirt on my name. Now I get hot when it's storming. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Let's get it. Let's get it. People don't know where you at. You know that song, Don't Push Me Because I'm Close to the Edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. That's just true. Because right now, in this moment, if somebody was to come up to me talking out the side of their neck, I'd beat them like they stole something. And the whole time I would be beating them saying, shut the fuck up. Shut up. That's what I would be saying the whole time. Shut up. With a big tree trunk, I'd be beating them. Shut up. Shut your stupid mouth up. Shut your dumb ass up. That's what I would be thinking while I'm beating them to death. I swear to God. When you refuse to put up with people's bullshit, that's exactly what you do. Refuse to put up with it. So if only you'll clap back and come back and make you look like a complete idiotic fool, truth keep exposing them. If I could go to that bitch and whoop her fucking ass for getting me all through all this bullshit, you think I wouldn't? Man, I'd take the charge in a minute. I'd take the charge, yo. Assault and battery, I'd take it. Because if I'm a pedophile, I'm going to make sure your jaw's cracked. Your eye socket's broke. I'm going to fuck you up. Period. There's not going, I wouldn't even care. I'd be blind in rage. That's why it'd be best if you just go ahead and stay your ass on this motherfucking internet and talk that smack out your mouth. Because you know you couldn't do it in my face. So you got to do it by way of the internet. It's past bullying. It's past harassment. That's just personal. You need to take it personally. It ain't business. It ain't just a part of the game. It's personal. And whenever you get people arguing about or worried about how much money you get, it's personal. It's beyond me trying to get a reaction from you. It's beyond me trying to get some views. It's beyond that. It's personal. I wish a bitch would just step to me, please. Please. I'll be begging for it. Step to me. Please step to me and act like you get ready to do something. Let me tell y'all something. There's a lot of motherfuckers that live in fucked up environments with a lot of messed up ass people, right? But when I cussed that guard out, I went up against the big mouth one. You know, they say take the biggest one on. I take the man Mountain Dean on here, man. Chuck my chin and said, nigga, what's up? So what that did was set precedent for the rest of the evil asses. Don't step to me. Don't. Else is paying for a click in the view and they're, yep, trash and scandalous. When I cussed that Tito bottle looking ass nigga out, guess what happened? The rest of them bitches that be talking all that shit, they shut the fuck up. I'm going to go up against the big mouth one, the one that's always talking about what he going to do. And I'm going to put it right there. The opportunity and space going to be right there for you. I'm a whole ass woman and you a whole ass man and I'm bucking up against you. What's up? See, when you hear I'm saying that, y'all, that's a lot of emotion up in there. Meaning there's a can of whoop ass up in here that anybody can have a part of. When you have endured the most outlandish shit and had people come in and try to wreck your shit, you get mad. Now, we past mad. I'm in blind rage. I'm in blind rage. Meaning leave me alone. Meaning shut up. Meaning don't say nothing, because if I ignore you, it's the only way I can go through. Because if I start talking, I'm going to sound like a mad, deranged monkey. Like them. And they not like me and I'm not like them. And they not like us, and that's what makes us different. You could never say anything when a person has endured as much shit as they've endured on here. Way too far. When you fucking with people, economic situation, jobs, you fucking with people where they live, shelter, you fucking with people's grief, death, you fucking with people's shit, losses, You come in and you chime in and you say some shit that you know you don't know nothing about, and you want to keep talking. And then they said, well, you struck me. Yeah, well, I should have struck you because you shouldn't have had your ass up there talking. Nobody asked your opinion of a goddamn thing. Listen, everybody I'm around, everybody knows, even Truth has said it on her panel. SUGAH love her some beloved life. Yes, I do. And I know there's some people around me that don't particularly care for her. That's fine. I'm not here to turn you. You know what I mean? And that's just how I feel. I forgive people, especially on the internet, because sometimes you can get caught up. So if they do a fucked up thing or a messed up situation or do something wrong, I just chalk it up. You know what I mean? Oh, well, this is part of the game. But there's different parts of this thing that you shouldn't even have to chalk up. You go into your real life, all bets are off. That's it. That's it. That's why I'm like, okay, I'm going to make a move. I'm going to make a move. And it's going to shut all that shit down. Now, when I shut it down, it's the only way I can silence you, right? So I'm going to shut it down. But for real, I'm making a move to make you look like a motherfucking fool. Calculating. Holla at your girl. Just look up Scorpio, y'all. I'm talking about me now. Calculating. Since you want to be a vicious bitch, I'm going to be a calculating one. And I'm going to bust a move. And the move that I bust is going to make you look like a fool in the YouTube streets. Worse than you already looking. I'm going to bust a move. And I may look shady while I'm doing, but trust there's a method to that madness. I want to make you look like a fool. My mission is to make you look like a fool. And you will look like a fool. You will. Because anything that a real Scorpio puts their mind to, it'll happen. Ain't nobody looking for nothing, no rewards. Look. Because if I show no remorse, I'll reap the devil's reward. Oh, God. Let me start bringing this song. If I show no remorse, I'll reap the devil's reward. He said, I'm looking for riches when I'm looking for more. If I show no remorse over doing stuff that I know I shouldn't be doing, and these people who show no remorse, then they're going to reap the devil's reward. The devil got something for them. Oh, he not only in the devastation game, all right, he's in some get back game too. The devil evil, but he also go up against evil. You gonna reap that devil's reward. Trust me. Just when you think it's safe to go outside, that's when the Big Bang Theory gonna come the fuck on in on your ass. Watch. You may get away with it for right now. You may be smooth sailing, nothing but smooth sailing right now, right? But when the rough, rocky waters come, watch how you fall and scrape up your knees and your chin and your head bang up against bricks and walks and black eyes and busted lips. All of that shit on the inside of you. Ain't nobody gonna be able to see that. You got a broke eye socket. You got a busted lip. You got a broke jaw. Your neck is broke. Your leg is broke. You all fucked up, but you look like you walking straight. But you just reaped the devil's reward. All that mouth. Running that mouth. And just because you behind the screen in a different city, county, or whatever, you feel like you're safe. Not necessarily. People are in different spaces. Scorpio, you don't fuck with us. You never know when we gonna strike. Oh, I'm gonna get you. Oh, I'm definitely gonna get you. You gonna feel my wrath one way or another. Especially if you did something to me that I didn't deserve. I will take the responsibility of doing something that I shouldn't have been doing, saying something that I shouldn't have said, right? There's 100% of responsibility on the table, right? I'm going to take half. That's even. But I'm not taking the whole thing. I'm not taking the responsibility of the whole thing. I'm going to take half. Because if it wasn't for me being born on this earth, you wouldn't have had no problem with me. If it wasn't for me being on this internet, you wouldn't have no problem with me. If I wasn't called Sugar Delights, you wouldn't have no problem with me. You understand what I'm saying? So, I'm going to take half for being who I am. But you're going to have to take the other half. All right? And the responsibility that you're going to take is going to be way greater than what I'm going to take. The responsibility you take for being an asshole is going to cost you something. You think it ain't going to cost you nothing? Oh, you just going to walk free, huh? La, 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 la. You can say all you want to do. Walk free, head in the clouds. Ain't got to worry about nothing. Watch. Watch what life going to bring to you. Watch. Life going to kick you right in your ass. And ain't nobody going to be around to see it. Ain't nobody going to be around to say, oh, girl, look what happened to you. It's going to be some shit you got to deal with personally. It's going to be some personal shit that can't nobody see. But it's going to be something that you're going to have to deal with. And ain't nobody going to be there to rah, rah, rah you on. Cheer you, go, girl, go. Nobody's going to be around for that. It's going to be you doing self-inventory and getting checked by them demons. If I could take one day, 1 month, a year, but we don't forget, same day is coming. Leah, just wait and see. It's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. Everything you've done to somebody else has already been done to you. Watch the 360. Watch it. I don't know who that girl is that was talking. Don't want to even know her name. You want to know? I don't want to have no parts of that. Because if you that evil and that angry and that upset with yourself that you want to get mad on somebody else's grief, then something wrong with you. You need to go get checked. Go check that head out. That head need to be checked out. I'm going to get off here, y'all. My stomach is hurting. I'm going to get off here, y'all. Be nice, be kind, stay blessed, y'all. Remember, each one reach one so that each one can teach one. And we got one love, y'all, and that's God's love. And we are lucky just to have that one. I want y'all to have a great morning. That's why I don't mess around, because God is real. And his wrath is strong. The devil ain't got shit on God. God could wipe everything up out of your way. Bye. I'll let your boy Job and see what happened to him. Took everything from Job and gave it back to him times 5, 10, and 11. Said, all right, well, let's see if he keep on praising me at the end, and he did. These people got a lot to pay for. They better watch what come out their mouth. Y'all hear me? Because when you start lying and bullshitting around, God will turn around and take some shit off of you that you can never get back. The devil ain't do that. God did that. Because you got beside yourself. And you forgot who you was. And you started lying and bullshitting. And what God do? He giveth and he taketh away. Some of that shit is to teach you a lesson. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. I'm going to try to come back this evening. But I don't know, my stomach is hurting. So I will talk to y'all. See y'all again. Have a great day. Stay safe, and I'm up out of here, y'all. One love. Peace out. Thanks for coming, though. Appreciate y'all. All right, I'm out of here. Whoo, Jesus.